What's going on, folks? It's me, LG, your favorite internet marketer. Welcome to the webinar. If you're seeing the recording, we're going to cover a few things. I encourage you to watch all the webinars. If you're on the training site and you're looking for some extras, you never know what hidden jewels or nuggets you may find that you didn't see on the training site or might have been overlooked or you were still a little confused about. That's why this recording is here. Today, we're going to cover a couple of topics, and then we're going to talk to the audience that was able to be present and cover some things that they might have questions about. So this is the first webinar that I've done since we came back from the convention, all right? There's a lot of updates that are happening with things at the convention. The convention was absolutely awesome. This company is absolutely awesome. They just keep making things better. They're adding more swipe traders, so that means there's going to be more swipe trades. They even did a upgrade to the swipe trades where there's going to be the basic and there's going to be like another level. It is going to be like an additional $5, but it doesn't matter because more swipe trades means more opportunities for more money. And that's what we want at the end of the day, right? You are paying a membership for the professionals to watch the markets all day and send you trades directly to your phone so you don't have to look at a chart, all right? So more swipe trades, more money. It's a beautiful thing. Let's cover the first two things I want to bring to you guys' attention. I want to go over the recruiting for a second. I'm going over here to the marketing IML tab, right? Now, I know some of you are not here to recruit. I know this. I know that I post how you could come in and make money without recruiting and selling, and that is 100% true. Recruiting and selling is 100% optional. You can make all the money you want here without recruiting and selling. However, is it okay if I help you get a free business? Is that okay? Is it okay if I help you to get some of the company's money to put in your trading account? Is that okay? Is that okay? I'm not saying you have to go out and be the #1 recruiter in the company, but I am saying that it is smart of you to come into this company in your first month, go ahead and bring enough people in to get a free business, go ahead and additionally bring enough people in to start getting paid $600 residual and use that money to go into your trading account, all right? At the time of this recording, I'm at the 5K a month level in this company, all right? And I will tell you, it is a lot easier to trade when you know every single Friday you have more money coming. It's a lot easier to be risky. It's a lot easier to do different things and switch it up when you know on Friday there is more money coming, okay? So let's talk about that part real quick. The most important thing at the bare minimum, even if you absolutely hate recruiting, is to go ahead and get a free business, all right? And it's not hard in this company because in this company, since you can make money without recruiting, because it is not mandatory, it is a lot easier for other people to take this in and join this business. Where you can explain to people like, hey, I'm showing you this because you can simply copy and paste numbers into an app and make money and you don't have to recruit if you want to. The beautiful thing about that is it makes it the easiest thing in the world to recruit for. So let's talk about getting you a free business. Let's talk about getting you some spending money from the company to put in your trading account. Let's talk about the best way to do that. Right here on the IML tab, all right, this video right here, this is the Facebook Friends List Extractor tool. This is something I actually spent my money on and had personally created for my team. I went to a developer, I told them what I was looking for, I told them what I wanted to do, and we created this. No one else has this. There's a lot of things that I create just for you guys' betterment. So the Facebook Friends List Extractor tool, this is a Chrome extension, and the video will show exactly how it works. This button right here will download it for you. Of course, you have to be on a computer. You can't do this from your phone. But this video, what this extension will do is when you're on Facebook and you press the button after you have it all set up by following the video, it's going to automatically go to your Facebook friends list. And it's going to extract all of the names out in order. And it's going to have them in columns like an Excel spreadsheet. It's going to have their names. It's going to have how many friends they have. And it's going to have the link to their Facebook page. The beauty of that is that this will allow you to systematically spread this opportunity to others and hit whatever residual income level you desire. If that's just 12 people that have $600 a month, wonderful. If that's $1,000 a month, that's $2,000 a month. Understand this company will pay up to $500,000 a month minimum by simply building a team. And when I say building a team, that's not 100% off your efforts. That's you bringing in people, the people you brought in bringing in people, the people they brought in bringing in people. Then once again, all that's optional. You do not have to. But my suggestion is at least take yourself to the $600 mark. All right, that's 12 people. That means you got 3, and then those 3 got 3. Or maybe you went and got all 12. Doesn't matter how you get to a team total of 12. When you get to a team total of 12, the company is paying you $600 a month. I would suggest at least hit that minimum mark, because that way you'll be getting money from the company. You can put that in your trading account, and then you can move forward and make so much money. As you know, the compounding strategy that I have for you will show you how to take $100 all the way to $400,000 in a 90-day period. So just imagine if you started off at $600. All right, that is the goal. So follow this video, download the extension. This right here is going to show you exactly how I use the inbox script, and the inbox script is under the video. All right, and I've updated the inbox script for some of you guys who have been here for a while. This is an updated inbox script. Let me actually refresh this page, as I see the change that I made that's not there. So 1 second. Go ahead and hit the marketing tab again. All right. Okay, there we go. So I tell folks, write out a list of 50 people who will be interested in earning some extra money and go straight to them. But also with this tool you have up here, it's going to pull your whole list out, and you can just go one by one. And here is the message. You put their name here where it says name. Remember, less is more, less is more, less is more. We have a website that explains everything in detail, so you do not have to. You should not be answering questions for people. You should be following this program. I've built a lot of teams and a lot of different companies using this strategy right here. It works. Don't reinvent the wheel. That's going to be a common theme as well. That's going to be a common theme. Do not reinvent the wheel. The things that I'm showing you guys are already tested and proven. You don't have to be creative. You can be an excellent follower and then become an excellent leader. You understand? You can be an excellent follower of the things I'm showing you that already works. And then you can show your people these same things and become an excellent leader. All right, I've been in this industry for 13 years. Haven't had a job in the last 6 years. I say all that to say I know what the hell I'm doing, okay? And I'm giving you the stuff that I do. All right, so very first thing right here. Inbox a person this. Name. You know, hey, Mike, I've got something you have to see ASAP. I partnered with some 6- and 7-figure income earners that launched an app in a $5.3 trillion market. I'm telling you this because there is room to invest, and I want to give everyone an opportunity for easy money. If you have 15 minutes, I can shoot you the info, but only if you can check it out now, because things are moving forward. Nowhere in there did you talk about recruiting or anything of that nature. That's an excellent inbox message, okay? If their response is anything close to yes, yes, what is it about? How does it work? Tell me more. Anything close to yes, you send them step 2 right here. This 10-minute video on this website explains exactly how I can help you make money. I'll message you in 15 minutes, or message me sooner if you're ready to get started. Now, this website right here, joinmeatthebank.com. This is a website that I've created for you that has no links on it, so no one can join, but it gives all the information, and it has some testimonials. I'm actually going to click on it, and let's go over there. Let's see what it looks like, all right? This is only a 10-minute video. It is 9 minutes and 46 seconds, and it gives a nice overview of the IML opportunity. Short, sweet, to the point. 9 minutes and 46 seconds, okay? It says, discover how you could generate rapid automated income using a simple skill anyone can learn. We're not making income claims. We're not telling them they can make millions of dollars. We're just saying that this skill right here can show you how to make rapid automated income, and that's what we have. It is only 9 minutes and 46 seconds. It tells them every single thing they need to know, including the price, all right? And it says under the video that there's no selling or recruiting required. After that, we have some testimonials. These are people already on the team who have sent me screenshots of the blessing that is the IML opportunity for them, all right? And I've put that here, okay? So this is nice. And then at the bottom, it says, to get started, get back with the person who invited you here. I've created this so you guys do not have to go out and try to create a website or create a system or anything of that nature. You can send people right here. There's no join link, so no, you're not going to lose a lead. They can get the information, and then they will come back to you, all right? That is the benefit of this page, and that is what you do when they say that they are ready for more information, all right? Come back over here to the marketing tab real quick. So let's talk about what happens after that. So They've looked at the information. Here is where the money is. The money is in the follow-up. When I was at the convention, there was a lot of things taking place. A lot of people coming up to me because they see my videos. Hey, you're LG, take pictures with me, do this, do that. But the other people in the company kept asking me, how do I recruit so many people? How am I bringing so many people into this opportunity? And here is the key. It is the follow-up. I am simply more aggressive than the next person. Some of you guys know because I was in your inbox for months on end until you joined. Shout out to my man, Albert. I know man Albert was about 16 at my first job, and I've been in his inbox for months after months after months, commenting on his post, anything he said about money, anything he said about being at work. I'm just relentless, and now Albert is on the team, and he's about to experience this blessing. This is what I do on the recruiting side. This is why I bring so many people in. This is the work you don't see behind the scenes. I am simply relentless. I don't just post one time or inbox a person one time and they say no and I go away. No. No just means not right now. It just means that person hasn't seen what they need to see to say yes. At the end of the day, we are copying and pasting numbers into an app to pull money out of thin air. No doesn't exist. Everybody wants this. Okay? Everybody might not need a weight loss product or a credit repair product or some other service. Everybody might not want to go out and recruit the world and come to meetings and try to sell and convince, but everybody would like to copy and paste numbers into an app to make money. They're not saying no to that. When they say no, they're saying no based on their past experiences. They're saying no because they think it's one of those things. They're saying no because they think it's more to it. They're saying no because they don't believe it's that easy. They're saying no because they think they're going to have to go recruit people. But understand, they are not saying no to copying and pasting numbers into an app and pulling money out of thin air. They're not saying no to that. So it is on you to keep going, to keep showing proof, to keep being consistent and persistent. You understand? That is how you build a massive organization if that's what you choose to do. Once again, that's not required. At the very least, I would say build a team of 12 people. That's $600 a month. Now you have money to trade with. So let's talk about that follow-up. After they get back to you, well, you can get back to them in 15 minutes. You know, they might come back to you, but if not, in 15 minutes, you should be in their inbox. Hey, what did you like most about the video? All right. It doesn't matter what they say. Whatever they say they liked, that's what you like too. Like, oh, I like the fact that we can copy and paste numbers into that. Yep, me too. I love that. Oh, I like the fact that I can share this with my family and friends and they can make money. Yep, me too. I love that. Oh, I like the fact that you guys are in 133 countries. I have people that I know overseas. Yep, me too. That's my favorite part as well. It doesn't matter what they say. Any positive response that they give, that they say like, that's what you liked also. All right. And the next thing you're going to say is, okay, well, what questions do you need answered in order to get started today? To get started today, you have to go in for the close of that sale. You can't just sit there like, oh, yeah, I'm glad you liked it. No, you need to ask them straight up. So what questions do you need answered in order to get started today? All right. If you know the answers to the question that they asked, answer the question. If you don't know the answers to the question they asked, here's how you respond to that question. Okay. You should be, now, when I give you this answer, you should be looking for the closest Platinum 600 above you if you have to go to this answer. If it comes to something that you do not know and you need your upline to answer the question, you're not necessarily looking for your sponsor. You're looking for the closest Platinum 600 above you, because by the time you're Platinum 600, you should know 100% of the information in this company. So if you come across a question after they've watched the video, you come across a question that you don't have an answer to, you say this, great question. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to let you get in touch with my mentor because he knows 100% of the information. I'm going to change that right here. Right here it says because he's been in the industry for 11 years and he knows 100% of the information. I'm going to edit that because that was specifically talking about me. But moving forward, what you should be doing is looking for the closest Platinum 600 above you. So you say, great question. This is what I'm going to do. Let me get you in touch with my mentor because he knows 100% of the information. Like I said, that should be the closest Platinum 600 above you. All right. That's what you do if you do not know the answer. You let that Platinum 600 come in and answer that question for you. You can do it right with a Facebook three-way chat. We don't have to get on the phone here. We can make that happen. All right. After those questions are answered and they're ready to rock and roll, here's what you can send them. Here's the cheapest way to get started. You can do this whole cut and paste right here. All right. It's updated with currently what they need. The only thing you have to replace is your username right here. This is the customer link. You should not be sending them the link that's in your back office, because that doesn't send them to the right place. That sends them to your main IML referral link where they have to choose between customer and IBL. It's too confusing. You want to send them this link right here. You just need to replace your username. That's going to send them directly to the customer sign-up form. Okay? That's it. Now, backing up for a second, when you ask a person what do they like most about the video, let's say they haven't watched it yet. No problem. Here's the response. You say, okay, no problem. Let's set a time to reconnect that would have given you a chance to watch everything. What time is good for you? No matter what time they say, go ahead and do a little a plan inside the chat. If you hit the little options gear, you put start plan, you label it for that time. You know, you can put, IML questions or follow up or talk about IML and set the time that they said. That way, when that time comes, it's not only going to send you a reminder, it's going to send them a reminder. Facebook is giving you all the tools you need to be successful, people. All the tools, you just got to put the work in. You can make as much money as you want. All right. That covers the recruiting side. I'm going to move off of that now, and we're going to go to the trading. I want to go over to the strategy. Right here. Compounding, $100 to $100K in 90 days. Now, as we know, if you've already watched the strategy, it will take you from $100 to $400,000 in the 90 days. You guys may have been seeing me post different things online. Here's the thing. People cannot wrap their mind around the fact that you can actually take $100 to $400,000. They can't wrap their mind around it, so I just stopped saying it. Sometimes I say 100 to over 100K. What I've been saying lately is just $100 to $30,000 in a 90-day period. I've been saying that lately because I feel that's a good number. It's still a very big number that they have a hard time swallowing, but it's not 400K. I'm sorry, excuse me. Excuse me. It's still a big number that they have a hard time swallowing, but it's not 400K. All right. And the beautiful thing about the strategy, if you've already seen it, you actually hit 30K around the second month. Like, so even before the 90 days is over. So what we're doing right there is we're under promising and over delivering. So I think 30K is an excellent thing to say. So I tell people now that, hey, I can show you how to take $100 to over $30,000 in a 90-day period. All right. Just under promising, over delivering. When they get involved, they'll see that they can actually go to 400K and everybody's happy. Even if they don't follow the strategy to the T in a 90-day period, they should definitely make over that $30,000, which means you've given them what you promised, because 30,000 is actually hit at about the second week. So let's go over the strategy. Now, this video goes in detail about the strategy. You guys can come in here and watch that yourself. The video goes over the strategy, but there is one change that I made in the strategy. In the video, I talk about taking a 10 pip take profit. I have since changed that to a 5 pip take profit, just to increase the safety of the plan for you and the win rate of the plan for you. So I've created some notes right here, some notes that I found that people, I feel like they were missing a little bit when they watched the strategy just based on the feedback. So I put some notes here. So I really want to go over these notes, for people already on the team. This will make perfect sense. For new people who haven't seen the strategy yet, once you watch the strategy, make sure to read the notes as well. And like I said, the only difference between the video and these notes is that the video talks about taking a 10 pip profit, but I'm now telling you that we're going to take a 5 pip profit. So let's go over these rules here. The strategy is based off of 1/5 of your account per trade. So you can have a max of 4 trades open at one time safely, which means you can take 4 separate trades, or you can put that same trade in 4 times. But total number of open trades, you only want 4 trades open at one time safely, okay? Anything more than that, and you are risking blowing your account even if the trade doesn't hit your stop loss, okay? Because you got to understand that trades go up and down all day long. And if you have 5 or 6 trades open, you can actually go below the amount that you have in your account if they're all in the negative, even if they don't hit the stop loss. And if you go below the amount that you have in your account, that's how you blow an account. So the strategy is based off 1/5 of your account. That's why you can have 4 trades open safely, because that 5th trade is that 5th amount is spaced there. You're leaving in the account so you don't have any issues, okay? Also, there's a 50 pip stop loss that's built in to this strategy. What you'll notice is that most swipe trades at a max kind of have a 50 pip stop loss. I've seen some with 60, but I've also seen some with 40 and 35 and stuff like that. You're not going to adjust the stop loss. That brings us down to the next rule. When the swipe trade comes out, this is very, very easy, people. This is very, very easy. We are copying and pasting numbers. All you have to do is follow instructions. Don't get creative. Don't try anything different. Do exactly what's here. Over this last month, I had a few people, I personally brought in, they put a large amount of money in, actually messed their money up. I had a friend that put $10,000 in, and she actually lost her money. And when I asked her, what happened? How did you do that? What did you do wrong? She started telling me the things she was doing. It was not the things I told her to do. It was not the things I told her to do. And I asked her, I was like, well, why'd you do this? And why'd you do that? And I said, I told you exactly what to do. And this was her response. She said, well, you didn't tell me not to do it. And I told her I didn't know I had to tell you what not to do when I told you exactly what to do. So I want you guys to learn from that. She lost $10,000 because she did not follow my instructions, all right? Do not get creative. Do not do your own thing. Do not reinvent the wheel. If you choose to, don't call it following my strategy. Call it following your strategy. It's your money. It's your account. You can do what you want, but please don't call it following my strategy. Please don't say my strategy didn't work if you didn't do exactly what I showed you to do to the T. Like I said, she was doing market executions. She was, chasing chasing the market. She was leaving, had trades in without a stop loss. She was just wilding out with her own money and lost the money, and after about 2 weeks, she hit me and she was like, I'm not going to move forward with IML. And I said, okay, all right. I didn't even want to argue about it because if a person can't follow directions, there's just nothing you can do for them. There's nothing you can do for them. So here are the directions to follow. We just talked about the 4 trades right here. You're going to use the exact entry point that that the swipe trade gave you. You're going to use the exact stop loss that the swipe trade gave you. And when it comes to calculating your take profit, here is how you're going to do it. To create your take profit, you're going to look at the entry point that was given from the swipe trade. And you are either going to add 60 or subtract 60. Okay? And let me tell you what that is. We're going for 5 pips of profit. All right? 60 doesn't mean 60 pips. It actually means 6 pips. The reason we're doing 60 is because there's something called a spread. All right? And we're trying to account for the spread. Okay? So by putting in the 60, it accounts for the spread, where when you win the trade, you should have actually got 5 pips of profit. It might sound confusing. There's more training on the training site if you want to understand that terminology I just gave you. But here's the thing. Understanding is not a prerequisite for obedience. And what that means is you don't have to understand what I just said to do what I just said, okay? If you do what I just said, you'll make money. So you're going to take, when the swipe trade comes out, you're going to take their exact entry point, plug it in. You're going to take their exact stop loss, plug it in. And then when it comes to the take profit, you're going to look at the entry point and just add or subtract the number 60. And you might be asking yourself, well, how do I know when to add it? How do I know when to subtract it? If the swipe trade is a buy, you're going to add 60. If the swipe trade is a sell, you're going to subtract 60. It's just that simple. You might be asking, where do I add the 62? To the front or to the end? In this video right here, I actually pull up examples of swipe trades and I show you how to add the pips. In the video, I tell you to add or subtract 110, but like I said, we're actually using 60 now. So when you watch this video and I'm showing you how to add and subtract the pips, just understand that you won't be using 110 that's in the video, you'll be using 60. And that's it. All right, next thing. Follow the lot size that's on the compounding chart, which is based on your account balance before you put in the trade. What am I talking about? On the compounding chart, it's going to show you if your account balance is this much, this is how much your lot size should be. And at the end of that chart, it does have a day on it. Don't chase the days. You're not trying to stay in order with the days. The days are just there to count, just to show you where you should be or could be. There's no schedule here. You don't want to chase the days. All right, the day that you're on is based on your account balance. Okay, you're going to have some days where a lot of swipe trades come out. Okay, so let's say you're following this process, you're winning your trades, and your account balance actually moves to the next day, but you're still on the first day. That's fine. Now you're on the second day. Does that make sense? So you can be on the second day, the third day, even the fourth day, even if it's your first day, if trading was just going that well. So don't let the days confuse you. Don't try to follow the guidance of the days. The days column is not important. What's important is the account balance column. You should look at your account balance, see what it is, and that's going to tell you which row you should be on. It's going to tell you what your lot size should be. Moving on. Here is my guidance on market executions. It is my opinion, just my opinion, that you should not be taking market executions until you learn how to properly read a chart, okay? A market execution means to jump directly into the trade. It's not placing a pending order. Here's the issue. When the swipe trader sends a trade out and says market execution and they give a range, where I've seen people going wrong is they're just jumping right in, okay? When they give that range, you have to know how to read charts, which means you need to go to the chart and be able to look and see that, okay, they said enter in this range. Where is the market right now? Is it still close to that range? If it's not, you don't want to jump in. If you don't know how to read charts, that can be confusing. So you can do one or two things, or you can do both of these things. You can either go do more education that's already provided by IML so you can learn to read charts, so you can learn to understand where the market actually is inside that range, or you could just put in a pending order when it says market execution. That's actually something I do. Even though I know how to read charts, just for speed and consistency, when a trader calls out a market execution, I put it in as a pending order. So it'll say sell by market or buy by market. That means a market execution. What I do personally, I just take the range that they gave and I'll put in the pending order buy or the pending order sell. It might, see, the market goes up and down all day long. So it might retrace up to that zone and open the trade. It might not. But for me personally, that's a lot easier than going to the chart, looking to see where it is. And for you guys that are new, I don't want to see you make mistakes. So if you are brand new and you don't know how to read charts yet, when you see a market execution, just put it in as a pending order. If it says sell by market, putting a pending order sell. Now, I know your next question is going to be, what type of sell? A sell stop or sell limit? Here's the thing. The market is only going to allow you to put in the correct one, a sell stop or a sell limit. So when you go to try to put it like a sell limit in, for example, if it doesn't let you, then try to put in a sell stop, okay? Because it's only going to let you put in the right one. Now, if it doesn't let you put in a sell limit or a sell stop, what's happening is that the market is too close to that coordinate. Because when the market is very close to that entry, you can't put a pending order. That's what a market execution is. The reason market execution is a thing is because you can't put in a pending order if it's too close to the entry point. You can just jump in, all right? So, but that's my suggestion to you, to put in a market execution. To put in a pending order when it says market execution. That way you just won't mess up until you know how to learn charts, all right? Here's another bullet point that's very important. Never close a trade because it's in the negative. I've seen people doing that. They say, I keep taking losses. And when I ask them what happens, well, they saw red and they're closing the trade. It doesn't work like that. Trades go into negative all the time. I've had trades sitting in negative for days and then go into positive. Here's the thing. When you set a trade, it's a really set it and forget it type of thing. Your trade is either going to hit the stop loss, right? Or it's going to go in to take profit. Don't babysit your trade. Stop watching it. Put it in, walk away. Put it in, put your phone down. All right? You never, ever close a trade because it's in the red. That trade will hit the stop loss and close itself, or it will hit the profit. Never, ever close a trade because it's in the red. All right? A trade needs room to breathe. It being in the red is irrelevant. It's unimportant. Leave it alone. All right. So right here, never, ever close a trade because it's in the negative. Your trade will either hit the stop loss or hit your take profit. All right. And we covered this bullet point already. Your account balance shows what day of the chart you're on. You should not be trying to get additional pips to make up for days if you find yourself behind schedule. Stick to the script, stick to the script, stick to the script. Put in your trade and set it and forget it, okay? There's no schedule. Slow and steady wins the race. Understand this chart is based on 90 days. It shows you how to take $100 to $400,000 in 90 days. But if you're not getting the exact amount of pips that the chart says, it's going to take a little longer. But let me ask you a question. Would you rather be risky and try to stay inside this 90-day time frame, or would you rather be safe and conservative and the 90 days took 4 months or 5 months or 6 months. We're talking about $400,000. Have you ever made $400,000 before? Ever? So the only harm of not getting the amount of pips you need per day is that you don't hit 400K in 90 days. Slow and steady wins the race. If you didn't get 40 pips today, but you got 30, that's fine. If you didn't get 40 pips today, but you got 20, that's fine. If you didn't get 40 pips today, but you got 10, that's fine. Stick to the script, because if it takes you 90 days or 4 months or 5 months or 6 or even 12 months to make $400,000, isn't it worth it? Isn't it worth it? It's not worth it to be risky. It's not worth it to step outside of this game plan, because when you take a loss, it hurts. It does a lot of damage. Slow and steady wins the race. Okay. Now let's talk about this optional strategy. I'm going to go slow right here because I don't want to confuse people. This optional strategy is a high reward, high risk type of thing. Let me explain. So if you've seen the compounding strategy, you know that it's based on 40 pips per day. All right. You also, if you've been listening, you know that you can enter a trade up to 4 times. You can have a trade open 4 times safely. So if we do the math here, we're going after 5 pips per trade. You can have 4 trades open. So when one trade comes out, if you put that trade in 4 times, all going for the same 5 pips, when you win the trade, you just won 20 pips. We're going after 40 pips per day. So if you take 2 trades that day and you did that process twice, you just got your 40 pips, right? You were still only going for 5 pips at a time. You put in the 4 trades, you won them all. That was 20 pips. There's in one trade. The next trade comes out, you do the same thing, bam, you got your 40 pips for the day, right? There is no set number of swipe trades that comes out per day. There's no set time frame. Sometimes we might get 5 swipe trades in a day. Sometimes we might get 1. Sometimes we might get none. So that is a great way to try to ensure that you get your 40 pips a day. However, high risk, high reward. Let's talk about the risk. You are basically quadrupling down on one trade. You are quadrupling down on one trade. You are entering that trade 4 times. So for some reason, if you lose, you just lost 4/5 of your account. Because remember, the strategy is based on 1/5 of your account per trade. So if you have 4 trades open, and you basically quadrupled down on that one trade, if you lose, if for some reason it does not hit 5 pips and it hits the stop loss, you just lost 4/5 of your account. So this is something that I say do at your own risk. Would I do it? Yes, absolutely. I definitely do it, but I may be more risky than you. I would definitely do it because I'm all about risking it to get the biscuit. You got to risk it to get the biscuit. I mean, in my opinion, hey, you're going for 5 pips. It has to be a sucky swipe trader. I mean, I'm not a sucky swipe trader, a sucky swipe trade for you not to get 5 pips. But have I seen it happen? Yes. You know, I used to tell you guys go after 10 pips, and in the last month, I've only lost 2 trades. I've only had 2 trades that didn't go to 10 pips. Okay, one only went to 2 pips, and one went straight to the stop loss from the beginning. So is it possible to lose a trade? It is absolutely possible, even with this method, to lose a trade. There is nothing that's 100%. But before I took it down to 5 pips, I had it at 10 pips, and I won every single trade but 2. I say that to say going for 5 pips really, really, really increases the likelihood that you're going to win, but it is possible to lose. Like I said, it is possible for a trade not to hit 5 pips and go straight to the stop loss. It is possible for a trade to go up 4 pips, but not 5 and hit your stop loss. So nothing is 100%, but this is a great strategy. So would I suggest putting a trade in 4 times for 5 pips? Yes, I would, but it is 100% your choice, because if you do lose that trade, you just lost 4/5 of your account. But I personally would do it, because that means you only need 2 swipe trades out of the whole entire day to make your 40 pips. And the reason that is so much even more beautiful is because the days that 3 and 4 and 5 swipe trades come out, you're getting 20 pips at a time more over what you need for the day. So, you know, hypothetically, 2 swipe trades came out, you know, you hit your 20 pips off the first one, you hit your 20 pips off the second one, you've got your 40 for the day. You can now move down to the second day block and you're still in the first day. First swipe trade comes out, now you got tomorrow's 20 pips. So you see what I'm saying? You're moving forward. And that accounts for the days where only 1 swipe trade comes out. And that accounts for the days where no swipe trades comes out, or you were asleep, or you missed it. Slow and steady wins the race. So it's 100% your choice. Do it at your own risk, but that's an option. So scrolling down to these notes under the video right here, this is telling you how to download the compounding sheet. I see a lot of people who are only viewing the compounding sheet versus downloading it. And viewing it is fine. That's not a problem. But the reason that you might want to download it is because maybe you want to start off more than $100. Maybe you want to start off with 3 or 2 or 5 or 1,000. Well, when you open the compounding sheet and you download it to your Google Drive, to your Google account, you can actually edit it. But read these notes closely, because if you edit the chart, you got to check column B. If you're using LMFX as your broker, which you should be, because that's the broker I suggest for the team, you can only do a max of $600 per pip. So when you edit the chart, when you change it from 100 to 200 or 500 or 1,000, it's going to change everything. And in column B, you'll start to see where it says now you're doing 700 a pip and 800 a pip and 1,000 a pip. That doesn't work. That's not possible. Anything over 600, you have to go and change those blocks. So just understand what's happening when you edit the chart. You don't have to edit the chart, but if you're going to, understand that. And you can download the compounding sheet right there. That's it, folks. Those are the 2 things that I wanted to personally cover. Now I'm going to open up for questions. I do know that I'm going to cover pip counting again for you guys. I'm going to give you some examples. But I'm going to open it up to questions and answer anything. Because like I said, Sunday trainings are question and answer sessions. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and knock out the pip counting first. I'm going to show the pip counting example, and then I'm going to open up to questions. So I'm going to go over here to my email to show you guys some examples with the swipe trades and the whole pip counting deal. All right, so I can show you guys how pip counting works. Just grab any one of these. All right, new trade idea, buy by market. Okay, cool. So even though it says buy by market, that part's not important. I'm just going to show you how to count pips, right? So a trade will come out. You have your entry point right here. You have your stop loss right here. And then you have their take profit. You're going to completely ignore their take profit. Because remember, if you're using my strategy, our take profit is going to be, we're going for 5 pips. We're going to put in 6 to cover the spread. So our take profit is going to be 6 pips, basically. All right. So you're ignoring their take profit. You're not even going to look at this block. You're only looking at the entry point and the stop loss. So you will come here, you will put in the entry point, you will put in the stop loss, and here is how you calculate your take profit. Here's how you count pips, the easy way. Just break out that calculator, all right? This number right here, this first block right here is called a micro pip, all right? It basically doesn't count. It's kind of like a placeholder. Pips start at the second number. This 5 right here is where the pips start, okay? So for example, this is a buy. So with the buy, you would be adding, right? You would be adding, all right? So I said add 60. The reason you're adding 60 is because you have to do the placeholder for the micro pip. The actual pips start right here at the 5. So you're really adding, that 5 plus the 6. But to make it easy for you, you could put this whole number in. You could put the whole number in and get your actual take profit. I'm going to make it easy for you. So let's do that, all right? You really don't have to focus on the number before the 1 because it's not going to change. So let's put in 29254 plus 60 because it's a buy. So plus 60. And this new number right here will be our take profit. So your entry point for your take profit would be 1.29314. All right. All we did was added 6 pips. If you look at this number 25 and you count up 6 pips, you would be at 31. You see what we did there? All we did was added 6 pips. But so as to not confuse you, the easiest thing you can do is put in this whole number and just add 60. So you just put in 29254 plus 60, and that's your take profit coordinate. You would put in the 1. Don't forget the 1. You would do 1.29314 in the take profit section on your MetaTrader 4, and that's it. You just added the 6 pips. You're good to go. If it was a sell, you would do the exact same thing, but you would be subtracting. Let's say this was a sell. You would put in 29254 subtract 60, bam, here we go. So in your MetaTrader 4, you will put 1.29194. And it's the same thing. If you take this 25 right here and count back 6, you'd be at 19, okay? That is the easy way to count pips right there, all right? That is the easy way. Just add the number that you're going for to the end of whatever's there. Now, most pairs have 5 digits right here, right? JPY pairs only have 3. But you are literally going to do the exact same thing. So let me show you. Let's find a JPY pair right here. All JPY. All right. JPY pairs only have 3, but you're still literally going to do the same thing. This first one is just a micro pip. The pips start right here at the 5. So we would do the same thing. It's a buy by market. All right. Now, because this is a 9, it's always possible that it changes the overall number. If you're concerned about that, you can put the whole number in. You just have to remember where to put the decimal. So let me show you what that looks like. You got an entry point here. Now, this is giving you an entry price. It's giving you 2 because it's a buy-by market. Just pick one. All right? And as a matter of fact, it has the same entry price twice. I don't even know why it's there like that. You just pick one. So let's say you wanted to do the whole number just because you weren't sure. So 81950. It's a buy. You're still just going to add 60. That's it. You're going to add 60. But now you see how it changed the number because that's a 9 right there. It changed the number. So you just have to know where to put your decimal. So it's going to be, you would put this in as 82.010. That's it. It's not that hard. It's the exact same thing if it was a cell. Put in the whole number, 81950, subtract 60. Subtract 60, bam, you have 81.890. So don't get confused if it's only 3 numbers versus 5 right here. You're still going to be adding or subtracting 60. That's the easy way to count pips. All right. Now, that was the only thing that was asked of me to cover. So I'm going to take you guys. Actually, you can unmute yourself.
Hey, bro. What's up, Will?
What's going on?
What's up? So what swipe traders do you recommend for this strategy?
All of them.
All of them? Okay.
Yeah, here's the reason I'm saying all of them. We're going for 5 pips. When I originally came out with this strategy, I back tested the swipe trades for a couple of months. And what I found is that they were all hitting 10 pips. But here's the thing. When I did that, we only had 2 swipe traders. We had J. Adam Investments and we had Wealthy Pips. And every one of theirs was hitting 10 pips. So when I first created the strategy, I was like, oh, 10 pips is the safe zone. We could do 10 pips all day long. And we were hitting for the chicken on 10 pips. 10 pips, 10 pips, 10 pips. Until last week, like I said, we did, we lost 2 trades that didn't hit 10 pips. But one of them wasn't Jay Adams. It was a different trader. And one of them, was. Now, as of the convention, they're adding a bunch of new traders. I haven't vetted these new traders. I don't know their win rate and their success rate. That's why the safest thing to do is to now cut back to 5 pips. Because here's the thing. If a trader calls out a trade and it doesn't go 5 pips in the right direction, it was just a bad trade. It was just an awful trade. I mean, normally they take profit as like 20 pips, 25, 50. So if it doesn't go 5 pips, and technically 6, because we're doing it for 6 pips, but we're including the spread, so we're trying to get 5 pips profit. So just 6 pips. If it doesn't go 6 pips in the right direction, it was just an awful trade, and you was going to lose that bad boy no matter what you did. Okay? So I would suggest take any of the traders and all of the traders because we're reducing it down to only going after 6 pips. So our threshold for a win is so low that all the traders are back on the table. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's get it. We got any more questions from anybody else? I got nothing but time. This is you guys' time here for me to answer anything. I either give you the answer or show you where it is on the training site. I want to make sure you guys have what you need to be successful.
Can you how you pull up a trade off the Harmonic scanner? Because you did it one time before.
Okay, so I don't suggest you use the Harmonic scanner for this strategy. I can go over to the Harmonic scanner and talk about that, but I do not suggest you use the Harmonic scanner for this strategy. I'm not knocking the Harmonic scanner. I like the Harmonic scanner, but here's what I found, my personal experience with the Harmonic scanner. In trading, you're going to take wins and losses, right? We're talking about normal trading. We're not talking about my strategy. With normal trading, you're going to take wins and losses. Now, One downfall of my strategy is that the stop loss, the built-in stop loss is 50 pips. So if you lose, you're taking a major hit, especially since we're only going after a 5-pip profit, which means you would actually have to win 10 5-pip trades to make up for one loss. That's with my strategy. But with the beauty of my strategy being at 5 pips, a loss is very unlikely, right? So that's what makes my strategy work. Now, if we're talking about regular trading, normally you're going for more pips than your stop loss. So, you know, if you have a 30-pip stop loss, you at least have a 30-pip take profit or a 35-pip take profit or something like that. I say all that to say, if you're going to be using the Harmonic scanner, the way probability works, you need to kind of always be using the Harmonic scanner because it will balance out as far as your account. So if you're using the Harmonic scanner and you're going to take profit 1 or you're going to take profit 2, you're hitting 25 pips, you're hitting 30 pips, you're hitting 50 pips. When you actually take a loss of 35 or a loss of 50, you're still in the positive overall with your account. Does that make sense? When you're using the Harmonic scanner. But if you try to use the Harmonic scanner in combination with my strategy, when you take a loss, you might not come back from. Okay, so you know there's a Harmonic scanner section right over here on the training site, Harmonic scanner, right? And over this on the Harmonic scanner tab, it talks about getting JFAX, getting a demo account with JFAX. That way you can install the Harmonic scanner on the JFAX versus the JFAX MT4 versus going to the web version, because what that will actually allow you to do is see the most up-to-date Harmonic scanner trades that come out because it actually alerts you. This video shows you how to set that up. Our good buddy on our team, Omar, has actually did a wonderful training on exactly how to enter a Harmonic scanner trade. This video right here goes over basically what you're asking me to show you right now. It goes over the best way to enter a Harmonic scanner trade, all right? And this is another video just on installing it. And you can download the JFAX MT4 with the Harmonic scanner already built in. So I'm not saying don't use the Harmonic scanner. I'm saying don't use it in combination with my strategy. If you want to use the Harmonic scanner, use it. But don't use it in combination with my strategy. Does that make sense?
Yes, that does. Thanks.
Absolutely. Who's next? Anybody? Nobody? Somebody scream. Somebody. Anybody? Everybody? Nobody?
I got a question.
Okay.
So I know you was talking about market execution. So you said to put it in pending order. I don't know if this is a crazy question, but I'm a newbie.
Okay.
How do you put it in pending order?
No problem. All right. So we're going to take you back over here to the Getting Started tab, right? On the Getting Started tab, we got the Fast Start checklist. After you go through your apps, after you set up your broker, you know, everything, we have this swipe trades video right here. This swipe trade video shows you exactly how to put in a swipe trade. And most of the swipe trades are pending orders. It shows you exactly how you're copying and pasting. And then what you would do is you would come over here to the MT4 video that's right for your phone. I don't know if you have an Android or iPhone, but you will watch that. This shows you exactly how to put in a pending order from a swipe trade. So the only thing you're doing differently when it says market execution, instead of market execution, you want to treat it just like a pending order. So, you know, a market execution trade says, you know, buy by market or sell by market, but it actually gives you a range, right? It'll say, you know, between this coordinate and this coordinate. Well, that's your entry point. So just treat that just the same way you would a pending order. So if it says buy by market, you would still go to, you know, start off at like buy limit, put in the coordinate that it gave you. If it allows you to put in a trade, wonderful. If it doesn't, try buy stop. If it allows you to put in that trade as a buy stop, wonderful. If it doesn't, that means that the market is currently too close to the entry point, okay? But if the market is not very close to that entry point, it will allow you to put in that trade as either a buy limit or buy stop, or if it's a sell, it'd be a sell limit or sell stop. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else? Anybody? I'm here for you guys. I mean, if that's it, we can wrap it up. Let's see how many people. We got 22 people on here. If we have absolutely no questions, we can wrap it up. And it's been an hour. So we started at 7:05 to 7:56. But I have time. I'm not rushing you. I want to make sure you guys understand everything. And also, just as an aside, I like to say this in every video. On the training site, there's bullet points and there's additional information above the videos and below the videos. Please read it. Please, please, please read it. Because every single issue that you can possibly come across has already been answered on the training site. All right. And if it's not in the video, it's in the text under or above the video. Okay. So please go through the information. Please check it out. It's all there for your benefit. You know, I consistently update the training site with anything that, you know, is needed. I mean, like for example, just like with the compounding chart, I thought the video was pretty simple, but after I put it out to the team, I saw the team asking certain questions and making certain mistakes. So what I did is I came in here and I put these bullet points in. That's a perfect example of how I update the site. It's like I might have a video that has the answers, but based on feedback, based on performance, based on confusion, I'll come in here and I'll add additional things. So you always want to pay attention to the text, because the text is the most up-to-date thing, because I don't want to cut a new video every single time. Like, you know, with this video right here, it's all about 10 pips. I would have to actually go in and cut a new video just to make that one change. The whole video is good, other than the fact that now I want you to go after, you know, 6 pips, 5 pips, 6 pips. You understand what I'm saying? 6 pips versus 10. I really don't want to do a whole new video just to change that one thing. That's why I just put the bullet points like, hey, we're going after 6, not 10. You know what I mean? And like I said, it's 5 pips of profit, but you're putting in the 6 because you want to do, you want to do that spread. Anybody got any other questions?
So let me can you hear me, bro?
Yes, I can.
All right. I just want to make sure that I got this clear. So when we're taking these swipe trades and you're saying that they have like a 50 pip built-in stop loss, just depending on what the trader is seeing. So basically, you know what I mean? Like if it hits stop loss, like it's going to take a chunk out. Okay,
so the trader normally, not all traders do this, but normally in the notes, it'll tell you what the risk is. Like it'll say risk 35 pips, risk 40 pips. That's what the stop loss is. When I say that the strategy has a built-in 50 pip stop loss, I'm talking about the formula. So when I say that these trades are 1/5 of your account, that has to be based on something. All right. So what the formula here is, like, if you take your $100, right? If you take $100 and you want to divide it, well, you have to know what you're dividing it by. And I don't, you know, it's not just about, you know, dividing it in 5 pieces, but 5 pieces how? You see what I'm saying? That's where the 50 pip stop loss comes in. So what your lot size is based on is that number times 50 is 1 out of 5. Does that make sense?
Right.
Okay, so it's like with the $100, I think off the top of my head, I think it's like 40 cents. So I think it's 40 cents. Don't quote me, but what that's saying is that 40 cents times 50 pips, right? That number, that product is 1/5 of 100. So that's what I mean when I say it's a built-in 50 pip stop loss, because what I've seen is that most swipe traders have a max of a 50 pip stop loss. But if that particular swipe trader gives you a stop loss and it's only a 35 pips, if you lose that trade, you would have only lost 35 pips. You see what I'm saying? I just want you to let you guys know there's a built-in 50 pip stop loss.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Right. So really to even like messing, so even modifying the stop loss, it'll put you in a situation to lose because the trade is built off of it going down a certain direction before it goes up. So if you modify it, you're actually gonna increase your chances of hitting your stop loss.
100%. Yes. That's why I put in the notes right here. You're gonna take the exact entry point and the exact stop loss they give you. You do not ever want to modify the stop loss, because what you're doing is you're actually messing with that trader's analysis. It's like the professional is giving you the answers and you are coming behind them and changing the numbers. You know, they put these stop losses based on, you know, support and resistance and Fibonacci and all the different things that they might have been using to analyze and make this decision. When you adjust it, you're hurting yourself. That trade needs that room. And I know, you know, I'm really talking to the whole team. That trade needs that room to breathe. Okay, it needs to be, if it's 50 pips, it needs to be able to go all the way down to 49 pips if need be, and then bounce back up. And I've actually seen that happen. I've seen a trade go all the way down and almost kiss the stop loss and then turn around and go into profit. It needs that space. Don't ever adjust the stop loss or the entry point. If you're not willing to lose the amount of money that you could lose if it hits the stop loss, that means that your lot size is simply too high. If you don't have that high tolerance for risk, then your lot size should be smaller, because the smaller your lot size is, the less money you lose if you hit the stop loss. So if you're looking at things, if anybody, this is to everybody, if you're looking at things, they're like, man, I don't want to lose that much money. That just means your stop loss. I mean, that just means your lot size is too high. Does that make sense? Cool. Anybody else? Anybody? I got nothing but time. I'm here for you. Going once. Remember, you got to unmute yourself. I hope people not over there talking about LG, and you got yourself on mute. You got to unmute yourself if you want to speak. Going once, going twice. All right, that's it. That's it. Oh, wait a minute. Say it again. Somebody said something. Okay, I don't hear nothing. Well,
I said, let's go in this chairman run.
Oh, yeah, chairman run. That's right. Chairman run. Let's do it. Like I said, folks, even for you guys that are not interested in recruiting, at the very least, let's get a free business. You know, let's get your 3 people. Let's get a free business. Then we can help those 3 people get a free business. And look at it. You would be at Platinum 600. You're making $600 a month. You know, if the thought of going after 12 people sounds too intimidating, it really shouldn't be. But just focus on the free business. Just focus on getting 3 people so you got your free business. Let's help those 3 people get a free business by getting their 3. And before you know it, you have a team of 12 people. Then the company's paying you $600 a month. You can put that in your trading account, and we can run the checkout. How's that sound? Is that okay if I help you guys get a free business? Is it okay if I help you guys get $600 a month? Now, something I'm willing to do for you guys. A lot of you are customers. A lot of you are only customers, and you've not upgraded to IBO. So, you know, I said in that strategy, go for your closest Platinum 600. Well, for a lot of you, I might be the first IBO in your downline. That's fine. You can come to me. If you are interested in working the plan of recruiting to get yourself a free business all the way up to getting, you know, the 12 people to make $600 a month, you can come to me, because I know I have a lot of customers in my organization. So you might be looking at your upline and you're like, I don't know who the closest Platinum 600 is. That's cool. Have no fear. LG to the rescue. I'm here. So if you are looking to do a little bit of recruiting just to get yourself a free business and up to $600 a month, and you need that person right there to be there with you, I got you. Inbox me, no problem. I'm here to help you meet your recruiting goals. As far as your trading goals, follow the plan. Do not do anything different from what I have posted here and what's in the video. It doesn't get any easier than this. You have to be disciplined. You have to control your greed. Specifically about controlling your greed, let me tell you what I'm talking about. When you put the trade in and you win your 5 pips, but then an update comes out and that trade won 50 pips, do not be salty. Do not change the plan. Do not say, well, next time I'm going to go for 10 or I'm going to go for 15 because the trade hit 50. The last 3 trades hit 50 and I only got 5. Stick to the plan, because the second you go for that 50 or that 20, that trade is going to hit the stop loss. And in my strategy, a loss really, really hurts you. A loss takes away 50 pips from your account. You cannot afford a loss. Remember, it is not about how much you win. It is about how much you do not lose. Just taking 5 pips at a time, you can get where you want to be. All right. You can grab 20 pips off that trade going in 4 times. Maybe you don't want to go in 4 times because it's 4/5 your account. So go in twice. That means you can get 10 pips off that trade at 5 pips. You see what I'm saying? It's not about how much you win. It's about how much you do not lose. Do not alter my plan. You will get different results. You will be unhappy. All right. I see someone put in let's see, in the chat box. We'll make sure I don't get it. What was that, Johnny Pips? Somebody just says, was that Johnny Pips? I don't, the person talking? No, no, that wasn't Johnny Pips. All right, guys, if there's nothing else, I'm out. It's been a good training. As soon as I load this up, I'll put it on YouTube and drop it in the training section under webinars. Other than that, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's get it. If you, one last thing. I do have this section locked, the webinar section and the compounding section locked. I have it on, I think it's a 3 to 4 day lock. It was 7, but I took it down like 3 to 4 days. Here's the thing. This strategy is something I created for my team only. It's not to be shared with other teams. People are starting to find out about it. You got people who are trying to get at it. You got people who are trying to get at the training site. You got people who are willing to sign up just to get at it and then cancel their membership. So I have it locked so people can't just get the strategy and then cancel. That's how powerful this strategy is. So if you, it's locked for 3 to 4 days after you sign up for the training site. So if you are brand new and you're in your back office and you don't see this tab right here that says compounding of webinars, it will show up later, okay? You will see it later. So, have no fear. In those first 3 days, you should be making sure that you're getting all your stuff set up correctly anyway. I mean, I've had people do it in 1 day, but, maybe it takes you 3. In those first 3 days, you should be making sure you're getting all your stuff set up. And you really should be telling others about this program so you can get the 3 people you need for a free business and then move forward, to take that $100 to $400,000 in a 90-day period. Let's get it. It's me, LG, your favorite internet marketer. Now I'm out.